I got a really interesting question recently and just wanted to address it here in case some other folks are in this situation. This person has their official GMAT booked out a month from now, but they're starting to see goal score level scores on their practice exams. Their question is, should I just book a test within the next few days and take it while I'm hot? This is extremely situation dependent, but it's a good opportunity to give some valuable general advice. By and large, if you're within 30 points of your goal score on a practice test, it's totally reasonable to take the exam relatively soon. So if that's you and you don't mind spending the extra money to get that earlier test date, and you're okay if you need to take the test a couple times, then go for it. Having said that, if you're super committed to only taking the test once, or you're going back and forth on whether taking the exam sooner rather than later is a good idea for you, here's how I recommend you think about that. The main thing is to look at your practice exam and validate whether the goal score level practice exam score that you got is really indicative of your abilities. Some things to look for is number one, did you actually execute your timing strategy and your question by question strategy? So if your timing strategy was close to what you planned it to be, and when you're looking at the individual questions that you got right and wrong, you can see that you're basically approaching them the way that you want to, then that's a strong indicator that the score is reflective of your ability level. Having said that, if you ended up having to guess on a lot of questions and you ended up getting a disproportionate number of those guesses right, like 80% of your guesses were correct, then that score on the practice exam might be a little inflated and might be on the high side of what you're truly capable of on an official test. The same thing goes for if you just happen to get lucky with the timing and you didn't really implement your strategy, but things just kind of worked out in your favor. That's a good time to take another practice exam and validate that you can repeat the performance before you schedule an official test. Now, if money is an issue or time is an issue, and again, you're really committed to just taking the test once, then I strongly recommend waiting and validating that your score is consistent on multiple practice exams before you take the real test. 3 exams is usually a fantastic validator. If you're within that 30-point margin of your goal score on 3 exams in a row, it's almost certain that you're ready to take the test and do well. If you're in a similar situation or you have questions about your specific scenario, feel free to reach out to us over DM or comment below, and we'll do our absolute best to help. Talk soon.